Welcome back everyone, my name is Eltimar and we're going to be continuing our Let's Play of Baldur's Gate 3. Where we left off last time, we had just gotten ourselves a silver sword for Lae'zel. We solved the murder, more or less. We have a ticket into the lower city, which we're headed towards soon, I believe. We have a couple more buildings to enter though, before we head on in there.
Here we go.
There's also another store here. This is a tool trader. Let's take a look.
Need something? I've got the tools for any job. Any job.
You sound like a hag. Gilda. She sounds super familiar and looks a lot like Ethel, I think was her name we killed in the beginning.
Whatever you're working on, hope that fixes it for ya.
Did not. But it's good to know that you're around. Let's go take a look inside some other places though. There's a couple high-level people in here. A couple level 10s.
What's up for discussion?
Don't draw any trouble on old Enthar. He acts like he's up for it, but he's retired for a reason.
I don't know who that
Welcome
is.
to Danthilon's dancing axe. Our stock isn't used. It's tried and tested by the finest.
Greetings, sir. Your noble bearing brings a little class to my humble establishment. How may I be of service?
What do you have for loot to buy? Lots of things. Okay, what do we got? Gauntlets of the War Master. Heightened maneuver. Targets have disadvantage on saving throws against your maneuver and weapon actions. Also +1 attack. Sold. I'll buy that. What's he got? Horns of the Berserker. You gain a +2 bonus to attack rolls when attacking creatures that have already taken damage. Bloodthirst. Unarmed and melee attacks will deal an additional 2 necrotic damage as long as you don't have your full health. If you don't deal any damage this turn, you take 1d4 necrotic damage at the end of your turn. It's good, but it's also worrying. Attacking gnomes or dwarves with this weapon deals 1d4 bonus to attack and damage rolls. When this weapon lands a critical, it also slows the target creature. It's called Blightbringer. Gnome and dwarves specifically is weird. Aberration Arrow, Arcane Cultivation, Snow-Dusted Monastery Gloves. Your unarmed strikes deal an additional 1d4 cold damage. Fancy. Cloak of Displacement at the beginning of the wearer's turn. The cloak activates, granting enemies disadvantage on attack rolls that target the wearer. The effect lasts until the wearer takes damage. Okay. Wait, does that mean every turn? It's a displacement cloak? That is pretty good, isn't it? Like a permanent disadvantage? Well, I mean, once a turn, but still. It's not bad. Alright, what else we got? Splint and Halfplate +2, Garb of the Land and Sky. While using Patient Defense, you also gain the benefit of Blade Ward. While using Step of the Wind, your next attack roll has advantage and deals an additional 1d8 force damage, and also has +1 armor class. It's okay. It's more for monks. Harmonic Dueler is a +1 rapier with Mellow Harmony by a bard weapon. Sounds a lot like a bard weapon, but anyways, I think that's what we're gonna go. We're gonna go with the gloves and the cloak. That is a pretty good combination, I think. Which means that we're gonna have to sell some things to this guy to gain our money back and more, because he has extra money. I'm gonna pause for 2 seconds here. I know it's the very beginning of the video.
Father.
But we're going to pause for 2 seconds. I'm going to sell some junk to him, and then we're going to move on with the rest of our adventure. Hang tight. Alright, we are back. We sold some stuff. We're close enough to what the value of that was.
What a day.
Well, I mean, we got extra money. We just didn't take all of his money. I'm going to grab these gloves and hand them off to Minthara, I think.
This is important. For your sake.
Yeah, the attack +1 will be really... Oh, she already has attack +1 gloves. Let's give them to Lae'zel then.
Blackets will be done.
Who has the... When the wearer becomes blinded, paralyzed, or poisoned, they automatically cast lesser restoration on themselves. It is good. I haven't had that for a little bit, although I'm sure it'll now happen. But that +1 to attack is going to be super useful.
Do we have a target?
+11 to hit, +12 to hit, +16 to hit, +15 to hit. So it looks like Lae'zel is currently our best attacker, and does unsurprising. But
Eager for battle.
what is surprising is that Asterion is really close by.
Then through.
Alright, we did some selling here. We got some new stuff. Oh, there's going to be another Steel Watcher, isn't there? Okay, this might be a fight, in which case we might need to rest beforehand. We don't have any short rests. We could healing potion ourselves, I suppose. We'll also need good positioning, but we'll walk... Oh, there's If this ends up in a fight, we're gonna be in big trouble. Okay, let's see what happens when we approach. There's 3 Steel Watchers here. That's a lot of Steel Watchers.
Hells, not this again.
Hello.
Appears to be resisting its masters. It's acting of its own will.
You want past? Talk to Ellen.
Okay, fair enough.
Sorry, chum, can't let you through. Wyrm's Rock's closed for the day.
Warlock Deception. I am Lord Gortash's new occultist. Let me pass. Your name goes in the Book of Vile Darkness. I'm just curious to see what. DC 30. Wow. We're gonna try and reroll that. It's just for fun. We did it. Nice.
Don't know what he needs you for when he's got those bloody great Steel Watchers. But unprecedented times and all that. Head through. You want the last door on your right. Lower the gates. Special permission.
She looks so friendly. But I don't think this is the way we're supposed to go in. But then again, maybe we are. Alright, is this the lowest? This is Wyrm's Rest? This is Wyrm Rock Fortress. This is not the lower city. Oh no. We have fallen asleep. Oh, our little guy, right. I forgot about him. This is a Dark Urge thing.
Triumph after triumph. You have excelled in base villainy. For he who fights with monsters should look to it that he himself becomes a monster.
That's amazing.
When you gaze long into the abyss also gazes into you.
That was from the beginning of Baldur's Gate.
You have reached
Kinda.
the time of majority, and you shall come into your birthright. But another seeks to disinherit you. Do not let her be your death. Your father loves you best. You have already made us so proud. Slaughter your line. Become the last of your name. Lord Baal shall have but one chosen.
Hell yeah. I'll do that. That sounds amazing.
Mary's blood back, snatches of your story written in the blood of 1,000 victims. Years spent in worship of Baal, leading his savage congregation in prayer, sacrifice, and slaughter. You were their master, and he was yours. A cruel master, a dread lord, a devoted father. All is greater than you could have dreamed. You are a spawn of Baal, his heir, his scion.
Amazing. Revel in the memories of murder.
The cruelty of the slayer leaps around within. You are not the last of your name. Not yet. There is another. The abomination wrapped in flesh you saw in the colony. Orin, dear sister, must die by your hand. An offering in Baal's sanctum.
We'll
Your
get that.
heart pines for the love of your lord.
We will make sure she
Today
falls.
is a wonderful day for murder.
Great.
Halt!
No.
We do not know how you gained entry, but your trespass shall not be punished. Lord Gortash has been expecting you.
The Watcher's presence fades, but another takes its place. Confident, dominant, commanding.
Greetings, old friend. Orin told me you were on your way here, but I scarcely believed it. Welcome back to Baldur's Gate. Welcome home. allow me to formally invite you to my inauguration. Make your way to the ceremonial hall.
Gortash. We shouldn't have any more trouble from the guards.
There's a thing here where we can waypoint.
It won't happen, I swear. Please make your way.
There's passageways down here. I don't know where those go. There's some like fairly powerful and also ominous music playing. I guess we're going this way. We gotta watch the ceremony. Sure, why not? Let's see what happens. What's happening? Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way into the chamber, it says.
Please make your way to the audience chamber.
Well, I don't want to walk down the middle. There's a lot of enemies here. But okay, fine. I guess we're walking down the middle. A lot of potential enemies here, I should say.
Stand down, villain. In the name of the Steel Watch, aggressive action will not be tolerated in the presence of the patriarchs of this proud city.
Point taken. I'll keep things peaceful.
The Steel Watch appreciate your cooperation, citizen.
Dearest patriarchs, but a moment. I must greet a most honored guest. Crawling back from his bloody disgrace. It's my favorite assassin. Gods, you're a sight for sore eyes. Orin told me she made a fool of you. But I should have known you wouldn't go down that easy.
I like your tone, but humor me. I have amnesia.
Then she didn't lie. The past is lost to you. Let me clear up some mysteries then. We share so much history. You and I initiated this plot. We discussed in depth the failures of our predecessors and how to avoid them. We understood that if we were to unite, no one could stand in the way of the Dead Three. So, unite we did. First, we obtained the crown. Then we enslaved the brain. From there, it was but a small step to the most successful religious hoax ever perpetrated.
Ask the Emperor if he's telling the truth.
It seems so.
In Baal's name, you set your bloody daggers to cause panic in the streets, killing in the Absolute's name. You would have carried out that part of the plan, had Orin not ruined your hard work. Next, the threat of the Absolute's monstrous armies formed by Merkel's general, Ketheric Thorm. In such circumstances, people crave strong leaders. Leaders that bring law, order, and protection. Leaders like me, Bane's unyielding hand, author of justice. You are soon to witness the people of Baldur's Gate granting me complete power over them, all out of fear of the Absolute. The faithful will do anything in the name of their god.
It was all going so well, until you vanished. Orin informed us that henceforth she would speak for the Temple of Baal, and act on their behalf.
But she made a mess of things. Unlike you, she cannot control herself.
How dare Orin take my place? I'll make her pay.
Good, good. I can see you're still your old self. When Ketheric fell, I feared the worst. That our plans would fail like so many before because of discord among ourselves. Now you've returned. We can achieve all of our dreams still. You brought Thorm's Netherstone. You know, it takes all three to control the brain. Without Thorm's, it's become vexingly willful. The quakes are a clear warning. If nobody steps in soon, it'll free itself from the authority of the Crown. I expect it'll start with turning the Sword Coasts infected. You among them. That prism of yours won't last indefinitely. Next, the grand design. The Mind Flayer Empire reborn. If we're lucky, we'll become slaves. If we're unlucky, well, a bleak prospect. But It's a fate that can be avoided if you and I renew our old partnership. Together, we can still restore authority over the brain.
I want to avenge myself first. I want to strike at Orin.
Ousting Orin and helping you reclaim your birthright would be my greatest honor. With Ketheric felled, Orin proves treacherous. She craves the Netherstones for her own, desperate to impress Baal. She only cares for blood, and your blood and mine are of particular interest to her.
I'm not afraid of her.
You've met her assassins. Efficient killers, by all accounts. I know you survived previous encounters, but she won't relent. Orin changes shape faster than you and I change clothes. You know, she's tricked you before. She's targeted me as well. I'm well protected, but she's extremely good at what she does. If Orin obtains all 3 Netherstones, she'll plunge the coast into chaos and paint the city in blood. I can't let that happen. I want to lead this city to glory, not scorch its earth. So I turn to the Scion of Baal. You are his dear prince. He created you to rule.
What do you propose? Actually, it's going to take a lot to make me trust you.
Let's make our pact anew. A divine oath, sworn upon spirit and flesh. I do no harm to you, nor you to me. Furthermore, you'll have nothing to fear from my steel watch while our pact stands. Thorm's stone is yours to keep. When you slay Orin and take her stone, you bring it here, so the 3 are united once again. Together we rule Faerun as kings. No, more than kings. Gods. We rule as the absolute.
The urge, the deplorably brutal urge sickens within you. When you level the world over, that dead world must be yours alone. But first you will rule. Then you will ruin.
What do you say? Shall we be allies?
Apparently the Dark Urge wants that, so yep.
I can detect no deceit. This alliance could serve us well. And if it does not, well, we need not honor it.
He wants what we want. Orin dead, and the Elder Brain subjugated. An alliance would serve us well.
I'm gonna try and insight. Oh my god, there's so many things. Let's try and detect. Well, we'll save, just in case this screws up and we just immediately die. Let's detect thoughts on him. 13, oof. We rolled really well.
Orin is unreliable. This one shows promise. He keeps his word, I keep mine. We will rule as one.
Alright. I will defeat Orin and we shall be allies. You have my oath.
Then let it be writ by the black hand of Bane. I, Lord Enver Gortash, swear I shall do you no harm. We will rise together over Toriel as a roaring sun. Let me demonstrate why you made the right choice. Your camp is compromised. One among you is an imposter, a faceless. Who, I can't say. I'd suggest a thorough investigation. You'll find I speak the truth. The faceless in your camp is like a knife at your throat. Remove it quickly, or any alliance between us would be exceedingly short-lived.
How am I supposed to find Orin if she can change her form so easily?
Even horror has a home. Find her nest and slay her there. The Baal Temple, your old haunt, now reeks of her ichors. Do you even remember how to find it?
No.
A shame. It's a secret even to me. You're resourceful. I trust you'll sniff it out. If the trail goes cold, follow the bodies.
Surely your steel watch can handle Orin. Why do you need me?
Orin is elusive, shall we say. The grip of the steel watch may be tight, but that sand still slips through its fingers. Some conflicts are best resolved quietly. The people are cattle, obedient until panicked.
Why is the crown failing?
It's not, but it will not follow new orders unless the Netherstones are united to give the command. When it finishes executing its current orders, it will be free to do as it wishes. That will be bad for everyone. Once it is freed from its shackles, I doubt we'll ever be able to bring it under control again.
Okay, gotta go.
Before you do, come and witness as I make history as the first Archduke of Baldur's Gate.
Wouldn't dream of missing it.
Then we proceed. The Patriarchs await. Distinguished Dukes, Patriarchs, dearest Ravengard, I will heed your call. A new chapter begins.
Enver Gortash, swearest thou by Balduran's blade to defend the citizens of Baldur's Gate from enemies within and without?
I swear.
Swearest thou true faith and fealty to the same, by word, deed, and decree, so that none may suffer?
I swear.
Gathered guests, grant ye consent?
I nod.
Enver Gortash, the council appoints you Archduke of Baldur's Gate.
You could not look more like an anime villain.
My friends, the Steel Watch stands ready. Let its blade fall on any who would diminish our city. And you, honored guest, will find me in my office above when you return. Do not come empty-handed.
So we have a potential spy in our camp. Oops, don't do that. Alright, well, we have now watched the ceremony. Let's go back to our camp real quick. Let's go do a little investigation here. You'll notice that I dropped just so many things. These keep reappearing. I think it's because I dropped them in camp. I'm going to drop them outside next time before we move areas. I need to find who our trader is. Now, there's only like 6 people in my camp, so it's got to be pretty easy to find.
My sweet conflicted villain. What can I do for you?
Nothing, apparently. You are not... It's got to be her, right? She's the only... Other than Scratch...
Come to bask in the glow of the Moon Maiden's sword?
No. Let's talk to Scratch.
It's certainly good to be back at camp. How I've missed the smells.
All that's well that ends well, eh, boy?
Indeed. And I'm sure Dringo will do a great job. He always took good care of me.
Good, I'm glad it wasn't you. Which only brings me to Withers, but we know that Withers is Jurgle. It must be Yenna. Where did Yenna come from?
Hi. It's me, Yenna. You remember me, right? I met you before, and, my mum hasn't come back yet. She might come later. I don't think she's coming. Could we maybe stay here?
Absolutely not. We've hit our quota for mangy strays.
No kids allowed. Come back in 10 years.
But I won't make it that long on my own.
I already told you no, I meant it.
But all right, I'll go. But you'll see. You should have said yes. You'll wish you said yes.
I will when we're good people. But now I'm curious, because like we still have no one else in our camp. We got Lae'zel, who I'm pretty sure isn't going to betray us. That's ending the day. That's the actual camp. Who could it possibly be? It's not Scratch, which I'm happy about. I don't think it's the Deva. That wouldn't make sense. And we know that Withers is Jurgle, so he is effectively a demigod, more or less at this point in time. He's the former god of murder, strife, and death. He gave up his powers to the Dead Three millennia ago when he was bored. Maybe not millennia ago, but a long time ago when he was bored. Literally. Gale, is it you?
How can I help?
Why doesn't Elminster take on the Absolute, or Mister herself?
I've no doubt she has the power to do so, but as for the permission, Ao would not look kindly on her meddling in mortal affairs. Divine intervention has a tendency to make things worse, not better.
Sometimes.
As for Elminster, he's saved the realms more times than legend can recount. To take on a god is no easy feat, even for him. My orb is the best chance we have. And only I can wield it.
No. Let's look around more. So someone in our camp. I do need to figure out how to get rid of the steel watch. Minthara?
You wish to consult me?
You're on edge. Orin's influence, I assume?
I am not on edge. I am alert, as you should be too. Orin could be anywhere. Could be anyone.
What's to say you're not Orin right now?
You see through my Minthara mask, pretty little flesh thing. A joke. I am no more Orin than you are. If she is watching, and she may well be, she will delight in seeing suspicion spread among us so quickly. We cannot let that happen. We need to watch over each other, now more than ever.
You know there's a darkness within me. I've learned its origin.
Tell me, Ustnor, or show me. My mind is open to you.
Connect your mind with hers and show her every grotesque thought and deed in full, gory detail.
Exposed to the limitless horror of your dreadful imagination, Minthara's mind buckles, snaps, and then burns hot. She absorbs every detail, whether memory or dream, and drinks deep of them. You sense a desire in her equal in strength to your darkest urge.
Elgor, Duktak, Slayer. There are many names for you, my love, and all of them inspire dread. You are exquisite.
So are you.
I know. We must find the Temple of Baal, slaughter Orin, and claim your inheritance.
We'll work on that.
Then I will rule by your side, my slayer.
Super, I thought you were mad. Alright, let's leave. She's obviously not the one. Scratch, I'm gonna talk to you again. I'm really hoping it's not you.
Unable to speak through the small bag he holds in his mouth.
What you got there, Scratch? It can't be
Don't
you.
know. Maybe you can tell me. All I know is I thought of you when I saw it.
Thanks, bud. I'm gonna pet him. I'm super glad it's not the dog. At least not to my knowledge. And if it is... oh, I'm gonna be really unhappy, honestly. Scratch is the best boy. Alright, well, it's not... what's pristine mesh toe scent? Really, just clothing? That's what we're grabbing? I mean, they're cool, I guess. I don't really need the Featherfall boots anymore. I should look for better boots for our main character, probably. He's got just trash boots. Featherfall's not super important. We can actually fly now. Let's talk to Lae'zel. I don't think it's her as well, but you never know.
Voss stands at the ready. All that remains is to return to the Astral Prism and break Orpheus free.
Not as easy
How
as
we
you
get in
think.
remains to be seen.
Nothing to say to her? Okay. Then who else is around? There's nobody else in our camp. I guess Withers. And of course the Deva. Let's talk to the Deva one more time. I know it's not Withers, though, because I know what
Come
Withers
to bask
is.
in the glow of the Moon Maiden's sword? Be most welcome.
How do you intend to spend your newfound freedom?
I am free from my bonds, but not my duty. The dead 3 are risen. The dead 2 remain. You must face them. I will help.
It's not her. Withers, you're the last person on my list that it could possibly be.
Thy wheel of fate turns ever to the dark. Dost thou require a new ally? Or mayhaps a resurrection instead?
So we've talked to Asterion, we talked to Minthar, we talked to Lae'zel. None of them seem particularly dangerous. We could long rest and see what happens. We have to pull out some food so we can long rest. I know we have a bunch of junk there. Maybe this event happens when we sleep. How much is it? 40 or something? Let's just grab a bunch of, like, pork loins. And some pork shoulders. And some, I don't know, pig's heads. Might be enough food, hopefully. Nope, that wasn't quite enough food. Okay, let's grab a couple more foods. Who is our trader? Unless that's just a false rumor. Grab the chickens. Yes. Oh, there is an event happening. Oh, it's a Vlaakith. Always a joy.
Queen Vlaakith. Skva!
You are Hasharlok, and still you speak my name.
I've seen the captive Orpheus with my own eyes. Spoken to Shestil Kithrak Voss. You lied to us. Enslaved us.
The betrayer Voss lies!
She's not actually
I
a
have
goddess.
only a moment, and you, Hasharlok, will listen. We are Githyanki. We move mountains. We snuff out stars. We shake the plains. The traitor Voss has lied to you. The heretic prince would shatter us in an instant. The great dominion shrunk to the head of a pin.
Can this be true? Is the Githyanki prince really a threat to his own people? Or simply a challenge to Vlaakith's rule?
She's a lich queen. Literally.
Return to the astral prism. Slay Orpheus the pretender. Serve me, and I will ascend you. You will be no mere warrior, nor Kithrak. You will be Barta Vlaakith, commander of dragons. My only, my chosen. A final chance. Kneel before me. Make your promise.
Lae'zel's thoughts become yours. The sight of Orpheus looms over her mind. Voss's words echo within it. She means to forever turn her back on Vlaakith.
Stand your ground. Don't fall for Vlaakith's lies.
I gave you my faith, and you called me traitor. I gave you my life, and you ordered your knights to hunt me. I have witnessed too much, and you have given me too little. Finally, I can see. Orpheus will live, and I will hear his creed. This is my word.
Your word is nothing! You are nothing! The Kithraki will bring you. I will tear your flesh from your bones and devour your skull's marrow while you beg for death. I will consume you. I will unmake you.
Not the long rest event I thought we were going to get, but Vlaakith's not happy. But I don't care. We didn't actually get to rest, though. Oh, yeah, let's go to bed, okay. Well, let's save and see what happens when we go to sleep. No, someone wants to talk to us. It's going to be Lae'zel for sure. Yep, and there she is.
It is done. There is no going back. As long as the Undying Queen reigns, I am never to soar unbound over the astral sea, never to cross the one in the void. As it should be. Better a short life built on truth than immortality woven of lies. Better to unite the Githyanki under a prince who would free their minds and honor their bodies. So why do I feel so bitter?
Connect with Lae'zel's parasite and explore the furthest reaches of her emotions. 9 to do it. I'm gonna save. We succeeded on the first roll.
Loss. It permeates every corner of Lae'zel's mind. Everything she knew to be true, every plan and aspiration she ever held has been painfully ripped away. Lae'zel's bitterness is born of sadness. She is mourning the loss of the person she once was, and can never be again.
You're grieving the future you'll never have. Vlaakith took everything from you.
How well you've come to know me. But in truth, she didn't take everything. I have what I have gathered for myself. I'm moored to a new regent, a new land, and new allies. Vlaakith cannot unmake she who no longer exists. And so, from the old battle cries is birthed another. Shma Salar Orpheus, Ma Stilna Forgin in Yeri. Orpheus's will above all. May the comet blaze my path forward.
You've been quick to pledge yourself to Orpheus's cause. What about your own needs and wants?
Orpheus's freedom is my want and my need. To deny his freedom would be to deny my own.
Fair enough.
There will come a time when I can think about myself beyond the Lich Queen who enslaves the Githyanki and the prince who would liberate them. But that time won't come until the Prince of the Comet flies again.
What next?
We hammer Orpheus free from his chains at our first chance. Orpheus Tavki Nazin.
Alright, we can do that. Cool. Leaf. Thanks. We still haven't rested. I guess Gale wants to talk to us. What has he got to say? I suppose we should hear him out. Even though I don't particularly want to. I should have just killed him. Oh well.
You'll have to forgive me, but I'm struggling to understand why you'd agree to just hand over the crown. Especially for a bloody hammer.
Don't worry, I said what Raphael wanted to hear. I have no intention of giving him the crown.
I'm glad to hear it. But you realize we can't just tell him we changed our minds. I promise you, whatever outcomes we're hoping for in this world-ending endeavor of ours, letting that devil get hold of the crown must not be one of them. No. What we should be pursuing is knowledge. We need to learn more about that crown. We should pay a visit to Sorcerer's Sundries. Their book collection is the envy of the Sword Coast. I'm certain the truth lurks somewhere on their shelves.
Alright, I'll get to that at some point. Why would a Baldurian magic shop be the first place we look?
Ha! Sorcerer's Sundries is no mere trading post. It's been serving the arcane community for centuries. Their collection of rare tomes is unparalleled. I mean, Netherese texts are hardly commonplace, but I'm certain they'll have one or two stashed away. I doubt they'll have any books on breaking contracts with devils, though. We'll have to figure that one out for ourselves.
Alrighty. We'll work on all that. Let's try and sleep now and see if anyone tries to kill us. We have a faceless in the camp. Faceless are doppelgangers, I think? If any of these people are doppelgangers, though, they're pretty convincing, being as they have all the weird, veiny, Oh, now I can just select all the ones that are... What? Fine, whatever, I don't care. Oh. The Emperor wants to talk?
How did you? Oh. It's you. I must have let my mind wander. Enough for you to wander in. Forgive me. I am drained. Ever since you killed Ketheric and took his netherstone, the Chosen's control of the brain has been brittle. Its rebellion against Orin and Gortash has been fierce, even as it executes their final orders. Once those orders are complete, there is a good chance it will break free.
You feel the Emperor's fear as if it were your own. An elder brain enslaved is one thing. An elder brain unleashed will be the end of everything.
Beautiful, isn't it? The mighty Prince Orpheus, contained in submissive slumber. Come. You may as well sit a while, now that you are here. Your company isn't unwelcome.
What are you doing?
Trying to guard us. The brain is restless, but I am distracted, and my lack of focus is endangering us. I'm haunted by memories. They are relentless. I can think of nothing. No one else.
You have a love interest?
Not love, no. What I had with Belen Stelmane was much more than that. It was unique, at least when she was alive. You thought you were my first ally. Far from it. I have long sought the allyship of others. It is the only way to succeed, though my relationship with Berlin was different from my relationship with you.
Was it more intimate?
In a way, but not the way you're thinking of. In life, she was my business partner, back when we ran the Knights of the Shield. A difficult task for a mind flayer. Duke Stelmane trusted me, and the city trusted her. I conceived the plot, but Berlin took center stage. It was she who met with the merchants, politicians, and patriarchs. It was she who negotiated deals and signed off on agreements. Her rooms played host to the most important conversations in the city. Together, we brought order to chaos. At its height, everything that happened in that city went through the shield. Through us. I could not have done any of it without her. Just as I cannot do any of this without you. But now, she is gone.
Do you need a hug?
I appreciate the offer, but I don't think it will help.
It's worth a
What
shot.
I feel is deeper than superficial cures can reach, and not entirely unwelcome. Most people think that mind flayers are soulless husks who feel nothing. I am glad you are not most people.
Give the Emperor's hand a reassuring squeeze. I don't know why we're doing this.
The brain is rebelling again. I need to focus.
There's a chest behind them.
And so do you.
I missed that the first time I was here. Or maybe I didn't, and it's just not looted. Is it time for murder? Nope, we're awake and everything is fine. It was worth the long rest anyways, we needed the resources back, but apparently we haven't been killed yet. Which leads me to wonder who our traitor is, still. And yet, I don't know. Let's leave the camp. I think we're pretty close to running out of time here. I just want to check one thing really quickly before we call it. There's like a bunch of doors. Okay, those are locked. We can't go into those. Not locked, but, you know, redded out. We shouldn't go in or we'll die situations. Same thing with these ones? Can't tell. Not until we get back to this side. Yep, we're not allowed to go into those. Okay. How about these ones? Yep, that one for sure, and that one definitely. Okay, so there's a lot of guards around. He's now Archduke, which is gonna mean that killing him is gonna... Oh, I read that really wrong. I thought that said Neverwinter Saw, and I'm like, are we in a torture place? Are they just chopping people up in the middle of this kitchen dining area? That would be crazy. I mean, not entirely odd, but considering the places we've been to before, but a little weird. We just got auto-saved.
Are they going to arrest
It's
us?
a little worrying.
What if they throw us in jail?
Let's go look at the passageway. I just want to take a quick peek at what it... Oh, we went down. Okay, I was like, oh, this is the prison. Let's go take a look at... Oh, we can't look at the prison. Maybe we can talk our way in. Let's talk to Brava.
The guard is fast asleep.
Bathed in a 10-day. Ate all the onions.
Listen closely to the guards babbling. We have bad perception, but we'll see what happens. We did not get the perception check.
You find no meaning in her mutterings.
Let's try with
someone there.
Someone with better perception.
God.
Bathed in a 10-day. Ate all the
Much better.
onions. Old man Otto. Back here again. Cell stinks like an old cabbage. 3 bowls of the stew.
Excuse me.
What now? Goodness, how embarrassing. I had a heavy lunch.
You're lying, but that's
Welcome
fine.
to Wyrm's Rock Prison, the 5th nail, Wee Jail. What's your business?
I'm here to see old man Otto. He's my father.
Your father? Not much of a family resemblance.
Asterion looks
Well-
terrifying.
Second cell on the right. And you tell him, no seconds for supper. This here's a prison, not an inn.
Alright, let's go take a look at what he...
Hang on, I'll let you through.
Thanks. So the perception check was to get through. I'm pretty sure we could have just lied our way in anyways, but whatever.
Makes him cocky.
Why are we in here exactly?
These boots have seen everything.
The storage room over there. That's not what we're looking... Well, it might be what we're looking for. We can bust our way into there in a minute. Good thing we didn't try to right now. Fist Ivarus would have come to find us. There's a bunch of Fist soldiers down here. Okay, who's down here in the dungeons? No one there. Counselor Floric is down here, who is a advisor to the Archduke. There is Otto, of course. Who's in the main cell? Front and center. No one. Let's talk to you, advisor.
Seems
I don't know why I care about you, but let's take a look.
You're too late. It's over.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't understand. What do you mean?
I came seeking allies to our cause. Watchers spotted me, dragged me to Older Ravengard's husk. Empty as a stair. A tadpole's puppet. Nothing more. He's spoken accusations. Apostasy. Conspiracy. Sedition. I'll be executed in 5 dawns.
Pathetic. I'm getting you out so I can beat some sense into you. I don't know why I'm saying this, but fine.
I'll give you credit. I'm drowning in tears, and you hold out a fist. Alder would have done the same. When the people need a miracle, he said, you cannot wait for the gods to answer. I'd almost forgotten. No more sulking. I know what to do. Unlock my cell. Escort me out of Wyrm's Rock.
Why?
I'll seek out my connections. When the city streets shatter, you'll want their blades.
Agreed. I'll find a way to unlock your cell.
Hurry.
I guess. We're not gonna do it right now, though. 5 days? We got some time. Can we go to that storage room now? I know we're, like, very much over time now, but we'll, deal with it in a minute. Staring, come on, hurry up. Let's go. You're the only person that can lockpick this door.
A crooked touch.
Really? Could we just stop critically failing on these dumb things? Like, these are silly rolls to keep losing. Alright, there's a storage room. Let's get in. We'll close the door. Everyone in, everyone in. Close the door. So that no one finds us in here. We can always just teleport out. Rotten food. Not rotten food, but nothing particularly useful. Some junk. Alchemy stuff, I guess. There's nothing really
Just help myself.
notably good in here. Did I just flip that trunk over? I guess I did. Nothing, nothing, nothing. I guess it is just a storage room, so don't know what I was expecting. Let's go open the door and see if we get in trouble. No, let's roll. Okay. If we didn't get seen doing something, it's basically like it didn't happen, right? Yep. There's something over here in this cell. Look at this weird patterning on the wall. I need to get into there. Anyone around that's gonna notice? Maybe there is nothing in here. It really looks like we can go through this wall, though. Look at the weird pattern on the map. But I guess not. This must be where we go if we get arrested in the city. Alright, well, it was good to check it out. Let's leave. I don't really want to save the counselor, why would I? In our good playthrough, we definitely will. We already have our ally. He seems like a pretty decent guy so far. He'll probably betray us in the end, but we probably need to betray him in the end, so it's not like there's a weird situation happening there. For now, I think we're going to leave it right here. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Others, I'll see you next time. We'll try and move into the city itself. I'm sure we have... Wait, what's down? Oh, right, that's Save the Council, right. I'm sure we'll have lots of things to do in the lower city. Take care. See you all next time.